Hello friends, in today's time when we are not able to conduct physical classes, we are generally taking online classes, and in order to assess our children whether they are learning or not, we generally conduct some tests. And one of the best way to conduct a test is by conducting a quiz, online quiz, where you can give immediate feedback, how much score they have got in the quiz, everything. So for that, we generally use a free platform, and one of the best platform is Google Form. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to convert a Google form into a Google quiz format. So in the address bar, you have to first open a browser, a web browser. You can either use Mozilla or Chrome or Internet Explorer, whichever you wish. And there in the address bar, you type Google form. Once you type Google form, you have to look for this one, Google form sign in. Okay. Now you click the Google form sign in. Once you click the Google form sign in, it will ask you to sign in into your Gmail account. So I will pause the video here in order to maintain privacy, and once I log in, I will again continue the video. Now when you have logged in, you can see some forms over here which I have used to assess my students. If you have not done any previous one, you will not find any of here. What you will find is a untitled form. Somewhere around here you will find an untitled form, or you can find what you called a blank form also. So if you want to create any form, you can just click here over plus. If it's your first time, you will find a blank form. So you can just click the logo over there to create a blank form. So this is my blank form. Okay. So I'm going to start here conducting a quiz. Okay, so before we conduct a quiz, we have to do some setting over here. So go up over here, click the setting button over here, and once you click the setting button over here, this is general. So here you have to click email address. Now this is going to help you a lot. Okay, this will help you to ensure that the students will submit only once. So and then you require sign in limit to one response. So when you click limit to one response, the students will be able to submit only once. And don't click this edit after submit if you want strict quiz to be conducted. Okay, and if you want to provide a response receipt that you have received the Google form once they submit, then you can click this, or you can just leave it. Then you go to the presentation section over here. In the presentation section, if you want to show a progress bar when they are conducting the test, you can click this. You can also shuffle the question order. So every student will get the same questions but in different order. And if you want to provide here some response once they submit something to come over there, so you can just type here thank you for, or you can just write thank you. Okay, your response is recorded. Your response is recorded. Okay, so when they submit, they will get this message over here. Then you go to the quiz part. This is very important. You have to make this as a quiz here. You have to click this over here at the top, and you have to click this to make this as a quiz. And you have to unclick this one immediately after each submission. If you keep this open, then immediately if a child submits, he will get to know the right answers. Okay, because I'm going to provide the right answers so that we don't have to do any corrections later on. So you have to unclick this and you have to click this one. This will help you to provide answers later on. Okay, when you want to release the answers, then you can release the answer with the grading. Okay. And if you want to keep the answers private, you can unclick this correct answer part over here, so that when you release the grades, they will get to know their marks, but they will not get to know which answer they attempted and which was wrong, which was right. All those detail they will not get to know if you unclick this correct answers part. If you keep it clicked, then once you release the grade, they will get to know their response sheet also. And in the response sheet, they will get to know that which answer was correct, for which question it was wrong, and for that question what was the correct option. Everything they will get to know. So for a moment I can keep this unclick over here correct answers. If you wish, you can keep the correct answers also. Okay, it's your wish. So it's your wish. So if I just keep it correct, they will get to know the answers when you release the grade, and if you keep it unclicked, they will never get to know anything. So your wish. If you want me to do that, I will keep it correct answers also optional over here, and then save. So once this is saved, now it's time for us to type the questions over here. So now you can see here the email address has become compulsory now. They have to fill the email address at any cost. Okay. Now the first question, let us say first question I want to type student's name and class. or if you want to put roll number, you can put roll number also. And here you keep this as a short answer type question and make this part compulsory. So when you make this part compulsory, they cannot submit without filling this part. So they have to fill this part, student's name and class. So this is required option over here. Now if I have to convert, now if I have to add another question, I will click this plus option over here. So click this plus option over here. Suppose I want to conduct a test or a MCQ, so you will get the option as MCQ over here. Now the good thing is you can type the question here, like let us say, what is the capital of India? What is the capital of India? Okay. Option 1, type the option 1, let us say Kolkata. Option 2, you can use the enter button, you will automatically go to option 2. If you press the enter in your keyboard, let us say Chennai. Then if you don't want to press the option, you can use this add option thing, add option, not the add other, add option. If you click add option, option 3 has arrived. So you can write here New Delhi. And let us say you want to put the last option, say that last option is Mumbai. Okay. Now, if you see this option here, answer key, click this answer key option and put this as New Delhi as the right option. Okay. And let us say you want to award some marks to it. So let us say I want to award 2 marks to this question. Okay. So this is done now. First question is done, and so I have to click this part done. Okay. So my first question is set. Now I have to go for another question. So click the again plus sign symbol. In the plus sign symbol, now suppose you don't want to type a question, or suppose you are doing conducting a math question where you cannot type the equations over here, or you cannot chemistry questions comes with generally suffixes and prefixes over there, so you cannot do that also. So in that case, you have to ensure that you have already written somewhere whichever file format you use, and there is a file ready in JPG format or JPEG format or PNG format also will do. So you can directly upload a question. You have to crop so that it looks like a question, or if you want to ask a question based on images or pictures, that also you can do. So here you have to click this option over here. If you click the options over here, it will ask you upload camera from URL, photos, Google Drive, Google Image. How to browse. Now I will show you how to browse. So if I say that I will browse an image, okay, let us say I have a particular picture which is made by me only. We have to ensure that we don't violate the copyright issues. Okay, we don't violate those things. So it's better you can make with your own hand also if you wish. So if you see here, the uploading is almost done. Depending upon your speed, it takes time. So here I have conducted let us say there's a question on physics which I have to ask. And then whatever thing you have to ask, you can just type over here. Suppose the question itself has some fronts which cannot be typed over here. So you can also you can also use a handwritten questions also with the image. Remember one thing, you can upload only one image over here. So your entire question, if it's in the form of image, no issue. And in the option and in the image only, you can give the options also, and you can write the options as A, B, C, D. Okay, and then suppose if I have to type some question over here, so I have typed a question over here, so the question is done. So I can write the options over here. If it has a standard fonts, I can type the questions options over here. I can type options over here, and I can also type the options over here. Suppose if the option itself contains some fonts which cannot be typed on this Google format. So that is where I was saying that in the image only you write with your hand the entire question, the pictures and the options also, and you mark the option as A, B, C, D, and then in the option you just have to type A, then you have to type B, and then you have to type C, and then you have to type D. Okay. So, and whichever option is correct as per their image, you can just click that option. Let us say in the options over here, I have A, B, C, D. So if the student feels that B option is correct, he will just click the B over here. Or if it is wrong option, it will come out as a wrong option. So suppose you know that answer is B, so you click the answer as B, and my second question is also done. Okay. This is also done. Third thing which I want to show you is what if you want to provide images as options. So for that, remember there is one image over here for the question, and there are images for options. So suppose you have 4 images as options and one of the image is correct. So for each option you can click here to add the images. Procedure is same procedure, camera, upload by URL, photos, Google Drive or Google Image, search. Okay, your wish. Now once like this, if you have completed entire thing, remember don't forget to put the correct options and don't forget to provide the marks. Here I forgot to provide the marks. So here when you click the answers over here, so my B option is correct, and then you would provide a marks to it, let us say 2 points over here, and then done. Okay, you can edit. Now suppose you have inserted a wrong picture, how will you remove it? So in order to remove this, you have to click these 3 dots over here, and then you will say, find the option as remove. You can right align, center align, or left align, your wish. Second thing is you can resize the image also. So click on the image, you will find this blue boundaries over here, and with that you can resize the image. Okay, everything you can do the way you do in Microsoft Word. So like this, your questions will be typed, 10, 15 questions, whichever numbers you want to give, you can give. And don't forget that the student's name and class is compulsory. And now if you want to preview it, you can preview it. Now remember, look at it. My first question was capital of India, second question was the image. Now suppose if I want to preview it, I can just click it over here. So first question, second question. Now sometimes when you want to preview, it may shuffle also. If it shuffles, no problem, because you have you have kept the option open for shuffling. Okay, so no need to worry about that. No need to worry about it. Okay, so this is how it will look like. Fine. Now you can see this option. This option has created. Somewhere we have created certain options over here. This one. Okay, so over here, stay on page. So I have to go over here. There is somewhere I have, this one need to be removed. So you can remove it over here, delete. So that option is gone. So you have first question and you have second question. Okay, and if you wish to, if you want to view it again, you can again view it from here. So you can view it from here. This is the first question. This is the second question. Okay. We are making these videos with our limited resources. Everything is shut down, so we are also, cameras and also are not that good enough. Okay, but it will solve your purpose, and students will also like it, the way you will conduct the test. Now what next? So you have made the Google form. Now what next? Now what next is the option here called send at the top corner. The option is send over here. So click the send option over here. It will come with many options. If you want to send directly to an email, then you have to type the emails of all students. Okay, no issue. If you don't want to do that, you can use this one, and it says link is created. If you want to shorten the link, you can click shorten and the link will become small. So copy this link. Once you copy this link, it will show, it will pop up as copy to clipboard. So it's done. Copying is done. Now suppose if you're conducting the classes in Google Classroom, so you can just right away go and paste this one link in your Google Classroom, or you can copy this and you can paste it in your email IDs and you can send to yourself again, and then from there you can copy it and you can paste it in your WhatsApp group also. The link will go from there also. So wherever the students are, in whichever format they are, once they click it, the questions will be available for them to respond. And once they start responding, you can see here there's an option called responses. So here I can see 0 responses over here. Okay. Now 0 responses means nobody has responded till now. Waiting for responses. Okay. Suppose let us say somebody has responded. So 1 response, 2 response, this will all come and it will keep on piling up over here. If you want to, once every responses has arrived, you can stop this one, accepting responses. So it will no longer accept any responses. Now this is again a very strong tool. Suppose if you want to conduct the quiz in a time bound system, suppose I want to conduct the question, I want to conduct the test from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So just log in into your account and just at 11 a.m. you close it. Once you close it, after 11 a.m. nobody will be able to submit the question. So it's stopped over there only, and you can create a this is automated response. This form is no longer accepting responses. If you want to put some another responses, you can edit and you can type over here whichever message you want to send to the students and all. So once, let us say you have 30 students in your class and all of them have responded, so 30 will come over here. And then if you want to download the result, you can download the responses over here. It will download in the zip file, and then you can just open the zip file and you can extract the result. The result will be in Excel format. Okay. And also one more thing you can do here is, once this will come, once the responses will be available for you over here, Okay, here you will get an option of release the grade. Remember, release the grade, you have made it optional. That means when you want to release the grade, only then the grades will be released. So you will get an option over here, release the grade. The moment you click the release the grade, it will open up how to release the grade. So for that I have used my previous one of the form over here. So I got 50 responses from there, and the good thing about is you can see here I have made this off. That means no further submission is allowed now. Okay, and it gives a very good idea that I conducted a question. I conducted 15 questions, each 2 marks. So 30 points were there. So I got a class average of 15.92. This all will come automatically, and it will show the median also and the range. So the lowest was 6 and the highest was 26 in that test over there. So if you just scroll down in that response column only, if you just scroll down over here, okay, and this will also show you that question number 1, 22 students made it correct. Question number 3, frequently missed question. Question number 1, 22 people made it wrong. Okay, and all those stuff will come over here. Question number 10, most everybody, 46 students were able to do it, but 4 of them missed. So you will get an idea that where your students is lagging also. Okay, and then this is what I will call as a scores. And here it says release the score. The moment you click the release the score, it will go to their email IDs right away. Okay, the moment you click the release the score, a window will pop up. Once the window pops up there, it will say send it to each students. So just click yes, and then it will go to each and every students. Okay, so this is how we can conduct a test. Okay, and it will be stored in your Google form only. Whenever you log in, it all will be available in front of you. Okay, if you want to conduct that test in future also, you can use the same link and you can conduct that test with the new batch of students also. So thank you for watching this video. I hope I hope you will be able to follow up these videos, and you can make your own Google quiz also. Thank you, and have a nice day.